Question 4, Honorable Minister. Article 16(2) stated, at all times and for the avoidance of doubt, the contractor shall comply with Nigerian federal or state laws, the Executive Order 003 of 2017 titled Executive Order on Support of Local Content in Public Procurement by the federal government, May 18, 2017, regulations and policies in relation to the promotion and enforcement of local content provisions in the execution of projects, whether specifically mentioned in this agreement or otherwise. Can you provide us with details of how the contractors have materially complied with these provisions?
Mr. Chairman, I hope you're not repeating yourself. And let me tell why I say I hope you're not repeating yourself. You asked me to bring the names of those who have been employed, who are Nigerians. That's local content. You asked me to bring the names of those they have sublet contract to. That's local content. Unless you want to be the general contractor, in which case it's no longer local content.
I don't think that's
Can you repeat your question? Can you repeat your question?
That shouldn't be your response at all.
Can you repeat your question? You said I should provide you with documents to show local content. You have earlier asked me to provide you with workers who are Nigerians, and I said tomorrow morning.
Is that the only local content?
Can you hold on, sir? When you said I should provide you with that, I said tomorrow. You asked me to provide you with the contractors who are Nigerians, who are doing contract there. I said tomorrow I will ask the company to provide you with that. So the top question you're repeating is that you're repeating those two questions, sir.
Honorable Ministers, I say, can you provide us with details of how the contractors have complied materially with these provisions? Now, there are provisions in the contract agreements. If you are taking local content, has those contractors complied with it? It's a question of supervisions on those critical areas. If we also want to know the quality of what that project being executed in line with the specification.
Maybe the House needs to appoint a supervising engineer. For us in Ministry of Transport, we are convinced about the quality. Nigerians are using the rail going to Kaduna from Abuja. Very soon in September, we'll begin to use the one from Lagos to Ibadan. If the committee is in doubt of the quality of work, we'll be glad if you appoint a supervising engineering company that can come and find out that it's part of oversight function, Mr. Chairman.
It's okay for shielding the responsibility of the executive to the legislators. We'll see to it, and we'll also use it to rate the executive whether they are actually working in lines with the specification that are provided. We'll do that. We'll make that recommendation. Your question 5. In Addendum 2A, page 3 and 4 on the Lagos-Ibadan segment of the railway modernization project worth over $1.5 billion, signed on 22nd of December 2016. The contract agreement was signed by you and witnessed by one I.J. Uche Okoro, who simply identified himself as a civil servant without a designation and addressed as Federal Minister of Transport. Who is this I.J. Uche Okoro, and what is his official designation, stroke rank in the ministry?
Mr. Chairman, as a former member of the House, I'm trying hard to manage what I say so that nobody will say I'm bringing the House to ridicule. Mr. Chairman, the person who signed the paper is a civil servant. And Director of Legal is a civil servant. Who is the Permanent Secretary here? Is that not? So what does he want?
Is the man a Director of Legal?
She is a Director of Legal.
She's a Director of Legal. She didn't sign it as a Director of Legal.
If she signs as a civil servant, has she contravened the law, sir?
Any other person can sign as a civil servant.
Did they
but
tell,
we must know who is
Mr. Chairman, did they tell you the class of person that will sign? They didn't. They didn't say the witness must be a director or the witness must be a governor.
So you will not take a messenger to sign your document?
Well, it's the law. It's the law you pass.
Which law can you
The
provide?
one you pass. So no, there's no law that said it must be.
Can you provide us with the law?
Is there a law that says it must be?
The ministers, you have gone to sign because you're a minister representing that ministry.
Mr. Chairman, I could refuse to go, and any other person could have signed on our behalf.
So any other person from your ministry can go and sign without your authority?
I could designate,
No, I'm coming.
Delegate it to anybody to sign.
You can delegate.
Yes, sir.
Because you have a portfolio. So you cannot delegate. Now,
Yes,
who did you delegate this position? For us to be able to attach that document to an officer who signed that document,
okay, Mr. Chairman.
You must define the particular, the designation of such officer.
Mr. Chairman.
In respect of these questions I'm asking, can any member please, if you have a question, you can. If you have a question to answer, to ask, please, you can. This is Addendum 2A, page 1 and 2. We also observed the commercial contract made a lot of reference to another commercial agreement identified as Addendum 2, which was said to have been signed on 28 August 2012. Please, Honorable Minister, can you provide us with the detail of the Addendum 2 contract agreements from where you made variations? From where you made variations to sign revised contract for Addendum 2A.
Mr. Chairman, one of the responsibilities of the House is to appoint for you legislative assistants. Is that not true? Please, sir, ask the legislative assistant to read our booklet. You will see Addendum 2. Addendum 2.
Mr. Honorable Minister, I took time to go through your documents. I took time. And if that page is not available here in the document you provided.
Sorry, what's going on? Let me see that. Speaker, sit here. That's what I'm saying. Let's speaker, sit here. Come on. Come on. Come on, you can sit here. Gentlemen, please, can we just take a break for about 10 to 15 minutes, please? Let's take a break for 10 to 15 minutes.